see once you've been on the products for 90 days and how you're doing and how you're changing your life, they're going to say, what are you doing? And you better be able to explain to it simply what you're doing. And this is it. So this is how the gut normally works. So your intestines are like a tube, right? You eat food, it goes through the digestive process, through the stomach, into the large and small intestines. The intestines are where the body absorbs the nutrients. That's where the absorption comes from. So normally what happens is here's your lining of your intestines. You got, billions and billions, if not trillions and trillions of cells that are stuck together. These cells are stuck together and they're impermeable. Water and fluid does not leak out of it. It's like a wetsuit. So what happens is you got toxins that come down your intestines, right? That's your waste matter. And that waste then goes through there and then it's supposed to come out, right? What goes in must come out. And then you got your nutrients. Your nutrients come in, and then the nutrients, what normally happens is your nutrients, your vitamins, your minerals, your fatty acids, your proteins, all the stuff we need to make our body healthy. What happens is those nutrients then go through these little tubes. They're called electron transport chains. They're little doors that open up. Those little doors that open up suck those nutrients into your red blood cells. Then the red blood cells fill up with your nutrients. It's like a bucket of water that needs filled up. It fills up with the nutrients it needs. And then it goes to the cells of the body that needs the nutrients. That's what it does. It's this big process that happens nonstop, 365, 24/7. This is normal. Okay? That's a normal process. When this is good, your body's at ease. You got homeostasis. Your body has enough whenever you're under stress. When you're under stress, when your body's like this, your body's got enough nutrients to grab things and help build hormones and help repair tissue and help fix your brain. This is when your body can respond to stress. You guys tracking me on this? Okay. Now, what happens is if your body gets out of balance, if we get into dis-ease. Now, what's the number one cause of dis-ease in the body? It's stress. It's stress. It's stress, physical, chemical, and emotional stress. If there's any of the three, and by the way, it's like Larry, Moe, and Curly. When one gets out of balance, they all get out of balance. You guys understand that? So here's the deal. The deal is this. When we get under stress, and there's two main things, so I'll just say just the word stress. And then if anybody eats the standard American diet, which by the way, most Americans in the standard American diet also has a lot of drugs in their system. So if you're under stress, and if you're eating the standard American diet, and if you have medications in your system, your bowels are going to stress over that. And what happens is this: they start to change and adapt, and they go from being perfect like this to now, there's gaps between it, and some of the cells get small, and there's holes, and instead of it being, perfectly put together, it's just not. And so I'm giving you an analogy of what leaky gut essentially looks like. So now what happens is when the toxins come down, your waste that's supposed to come out, sometimes it's going to leak out. Now, let me tell you something. When waste leaks out into what's called the extracellular space, outside of where it's supposed to be. Now, listen to me. When something gets outside of where it's supposed to be in the body, the brain says, that's not good. That's not normal. We have to attack that. Does anybody know what that attack is called? It's called an immune response. Does anybody know what that attack is called if it's chronically under attack? It's called an autoimmune response. Autoimmune diseases come from the gut. I'm telling you right now that autoimmune diseases come from the gut. If you get your gut fixed, you're going to be able to help with so many of the autoimmune problems that people have. So now listen to me, here's the deal. If fluid leaks out into the extracellular space, boy, I'm going to turn the camera around. My wife wants to say hi to everybody. Yep, there she is. Hi, Jody. Everybody says hi. There's a couple hundred people watching. How you doing, babe? Love you too. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Tonight is our anniversary. I'm literally with you guys during my wedding anniversary. Love you, babe. Did you get that McDonald's dinner for us? I'm just teasing. So anyway, I digress. It really is our anniversary, by the way. If toxins leak into the extracellular space, now the body says, we got a problem. We better throw some histamine and some inflammation down there. Guess what that's going to cause? Guess what that's going to cause by itself? Can anybody say pain? Can anybody say brain fog? Can anybody say depression? anxiety, that Pepto-Bismol commercial, GERD, upset stomach, diarrhea. I mean, skin issues, the list goes on and on. Everything comes from your gut. If your gut ain't right, you ain't right. If your gut's not good, your cells aren't good. It's just that simple. Your health is in direct proportion to the health of your cells. If toxins leak out, we get toxic cells. No bueno. Now, here's the other thing. Now, a lot of you are taking vitamins and nutrients and all this other kind of stuff. You got grocery sacks full of vitamins you're taking. Grocery sacks. You might as well just pee them right into the toilet. Most of us. Why? Because here's the deal. The deal is this, is when you're taking your nutrients, and those nutrients are supposed to go through that electron transport chain, what's going to happen is most of them are going to leak out into the extracellular space. So now not only do we have bad stuff like toxins out there, but we have good stuff that's out there too. But the good stuff is in the wrong place. So now it becomes bad stuff. So now we got all this stuff going on. So now the brain says, oh my gosh, immune system, I need you to make some some white blood cells. Go fight this stuff. I need you to make a histamine response. The histamine says, well, if I take these histamines from here to there, I'm going to get rashes. I'm going to get food allergies. I'm going to get skin allergies. I'm going to get all these environmental stuff because I got to rob Peter to pay Paul. I got to keep our body alive. And I got to take away from other things to have it. How many of you watching right now or listening right now, either yourself or know someone that when they were younger didn't have heartburn and reflux, but now they do? Or how about when you were younger, you didn't have food allergies or skin allergies or environmental allergies, but now you do? How many of you know people like that? There's no mystery to that. It is from this. It is from this. Now, you guys, I do food sensitivities. I do allergy tests in my office, and we do the protocols to fix that. But we cannot give allergy shots or supplements for foods until the gut is right. If the gut isn't right, no good. Can a leaky gut cause you to be allergic to the cold? Here's what I'll tell you. That's a great question. That's an adrenal problem. Okay. Now, let me explain something. Let me get to that in just a minute. I promise it'll make sense. But the gut, when the gut's bad, it pulls the nutrients and things from other organs in the body, primarily the adrenal glands and the liver and the pancreas. So what's going to happen is it's going to screw up your hormones. It's going to screw up your sugar and screw up your metabolism. You can't lose weight. You can't burn fat whenever this is going on. I mean, I don't know how to explain to you guys, but this helps with, yes, celiac disease. That's from that. Crohn's, colitis, lupus, IBS. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on about what this can help with. So here's the deal. All right. I showed you this. Oh, wait, let me say one more thing. Food is your fuel, right? Well, if your fuel is now leaking out of your gut and you're only absorbing, let's say 50% or less of what you should be, what's that going to do to your energy? Can anybody get fatigued here? Anybody get tired? Anybody get tired after eating a meal? Anybody get tired after eating a meal? Leaky gut. Anybody get belchy after a meal? Leaky gut. The gut is the key. If you fix the gut, the body will heal. Now, here's what I need you to understand, is it takes time. It takes a minimum of 90 days to make a change in cellular function in the gut, a minimum. But you got to understand something. You can take all the products, the Happy Caps, the BioMyX, the Happy Tides, all those things that are amazing, by the way, and I'm a huge fan of them. My gosh, they're changing people's lives every day. But if you continue to eat like crap, your body's not going to get optimal function. You're going to feel better. You're going to get less bloated. Many of you probably are already seeing all the pictures of people. They do like a 21-day challenge, picture day 1 and day 21 without really changing much of their diet. Their bloatiness goes away. Their belchiness and gas goes away. Their heartburn medication goes away. They take before and after pictures and they look like, holy cow, it's amazing. So you're absolutely right. So I need you to understand, when toxins leak out into the extracellular space, toxins get into the bloodstream. When toxins get into the bloodstream, it is going to cause problems like headaches, migraines, fatigue, anxiety, and depression. Now, listen to me. In the gut, how many of you have ever heard this phrase, trust your gut? You ever heard that before? Well, there's a part of the nervous system called the enteropathic nervous system. The enteropathic nervous system is the connection between the brain and the gut. Have you heard of the brain-gut connection? Some 85 to 90% of your neurotransmitters, which are serotonin, noradrenaline, all the things that make your brain work right, they're made in your gut. So guess what? If your gut's not right, your brain's not right. And you can take all these antidepressant meds and all these ADD meds and all this other stuff, but if the gut's not good, those meds are just masking symptoms, and long term they don't help at all. The same thing's true with skin stuff. You're 100% right. Yes, some of your questions, keep the questions coming. Does it help with celiac? Yes. Celiac disease, do you know what celiac is? It's an inflammation of the cilia in the gut. It's inflammation. It's inflammation. This fixes that. The leaky gut is it. Leaky gut and headaches. Brittany, absolutely 100%. I mean, especially, here's the deal, especially if people, here's a sign that if leaky gut is one of the main causes of your headaches. If you get a headache after your meal, within about 3 to 4 hours after your meal, if you wake up first thing in the morning with a headache, if you have a headache and you have a bowel movement and then your headache goes down, that's usually a leaky gut related headache. That's the deal with that. How does this relate to your liver? Let me show you this. Great question, because it relates to the liver and it relates to the adrenal glands. So just hear me on this. All right, so here we go. You got your gut. Let me first show you this, because this is something. First of all, give me a thumbs up if you guys are enjoying this. You guys, is this helpful? Is this helping you? Give me a thumbs up or a heck yeah or a yes. So this is what I teach my doctors. When I teach functional medicine and functional healing, this is what you need to know. This is the secret sauce to why people don't get better from their regular conventional medicine. This is why right here. So pay attention to this. Pretend like this is a ladder. You got different rungs of the ladder, okay? And if I want to go from here to here, I ain't jumping all the way to the top. I got to go from step 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. When your body goes through a hierarchy of healing, and here it is right here. The first thing that has to be working is your nervous system. Your brain and spinal cord control everything. If your brain and spinal cord ain't working like it's supposed to, forget it. Nothing else will work. And if you guys are walking and talking and all this kind of stuff, there's a good chance that your nervous system's working at least to some extent. But that's why, and here's part of me is real big on I'm a big fan of osteopathic medicine, a big fan of chiropractic, a big fan of natural medicine. People need to be getting adjusted. Okay. Nervous system. This goes back to MS. Ask that question in a minute, Susan. I promise I'll get to it. Once the nervous system's good, the second thing that we can work on is the GI tract, because there's a connection between the nervous system and the GI tract through a nerve called the vagus nerve. Now listen to me. If you go to 2016 Journal of Scientific America, it says electrical cures. It says that scientists have found the treatment for Parkinson's, dementia, Alzheimer's, type 2 diabetes, type 1 diabetes, obesity, fatigue, anxiety, certain cancers. The list goes on and on and on. And it was all about being able to stimulate the vagus nerve. Well, I need you to understand something. You cannot stimulate the vagus nerve unless the GI system's working. There's a connection through the vagus and the GI, which is the brain. So here's your brain gut connection through the enteropathic nervous system. That's what it is, enteropathic nervous system. Now, here's the next thing. So you got nervous system, you got your gut. And this is what we're going to be talking about a lot tonight. This guy right here. The next thing is your endocrine system, endo. Your endocrine system are pancreas, liver, adrenals, you name it. So with the endocrine system, that's all your hormones. Okay, that's blood sugar. That's pressure that's pressure in your system. Pressures, like blood pressures, that kind of stuff. That's also hormones. I already said that. So that's energy. Oh, blood sugar, mineral absorption. And mineral absorption is important because if your minerals don't work, nothing in your body works. You can't heal if you don't have minerals. You can't absorb minerals if your gut ain't working. You cannot have a healthy endocrine system unless your GI tract is right. Do you hear me on that? So all of you guys and gals that are taking hormone replacement therapy, all this other stuff, every third commercial on television that's a drug commercial is all about hormones and low testosterone. If you don't have the GI tract working right, if you have leaky gut, that's going to cause your gallbladder to be stressed out. That's going to cause your liver to be stressed out. It's going to cause your adrenal glands to be stressed out, which is going to then screw up your hormones, your blood sugar. That's going to screw up blood pressure, your mineral absorption, etc. Now, check this out.
Please get back to the person that shared this video with you. And while you're at it, subscribe and like this video.